Well, it's about time. Since the end of the Copenhagen Major, Cloud9 have been more useless than a malfunctioning toilet. Making it to the playoff round of the Major, then placing 9th place at the finish at IEM Chengdu, C9 is in a death spiral. Immediately after that finish, C9 gave Electronic a wedgie and blasted him off to Virtus Pro. After this, C9 used the talents of Alpha and came up just short of winning the Esports World Cup close qualifier. Now you know why you don't know the name Alpha. Placing 3rd in a loss to the team that'd win it all in Sashi, this was the final straw. Instead of finding a 5th to play in future events, C9 decided to nuke the team and ditch 30-year-old Hobbit with 24-year-old Perfecto. Both being major winners and having a 110 plus rating in 2024, this was the moment C9 thought they were having a big brain. Instead, they had the classic, oh chiz, I just had bad Chipotle moment. Why be successful when we could blow it the frack up? Number 7 ranked in the world, who wants that? C9 said and pieced out of relevancy faster than being with your in-laws. So with just Boomich and Axile left as the starters, and word spreading that the org's been toxic at recruiting players, it's been way too quiet for way too long. The community have gone from let them cook to downright calling 911 to see if Cloud9 even have a pulse left. So let's play speculation and see what kind of rumors we got over Cloud9. First rumor, Inters. Really? You're bringing him back after departing from the org in 2023? If Mev was a player in CS, it'd be him. With a 104 rating on TSM on 111 maps, it isn't bad, but it's not great either. And considering he's been benched on the org after 10 months, it's not the worst signing if it comes into fruition. Better than Nexa, but then again, every move's better than Nexa. Shut up, Team Liquid. After all, bringing back the same guy who spent almost 9 months with you in the first time and having a .98 rating can't possibly bite you in the butts again, right? Welcome to Inters in a nutshell. But moving over to the second part of the rumor mill, I see a familiar name in Icy. Yes, this guy. The same Icy who got kicked off of Amcol because he was still part of the active roster and practicing with Cloud9. Idiotic potential tampering move aside, the 19-year-old actually has potential and had a good last 2 years. This year, he's boasted a 115 rating, a near 70 ADR, and has an impact of a 110? As an opper, I don't see this as a bad signing, but there's a huge elephant in the room that we need to address. Icy's had great success against top 20 teams, averaging a 114 rating on 22 maps facing against said teams, but he's only had 3 maps total against top 10 teams and 0 maps facing against top 5 teams. While yes, he's had a 110 against those same top 10 teams, that's nowhere near a good sample size. With 0 expertise against the best of the best, I hope that he can develop into Shiro or Torji in the future, but right now, it's a question mark. And for the last name in the rumor category, it's Heavy God. Wait, really? The 21-year-old putting on a string of great games this year, Heavy's got a 116 rating and an 81.8 ADR with a 118 impact, which are all awesome. Clearly rising to his potential, this is his best year of his career playing Counter-Strike. Besting nearly all of his numbers from last year in Endpoint, Heavy has been rumored to Team Liquid as well, though it's unsure if that's going to happen anymore. My only concern is the same with Icy, and that's how he's going to translate to Tier 1 competitive. Besting Team Liquid, Complexity, and Heroic, he's flashed his potential. But again, I'd be curious on how he's going to play against Vitality, Team Spirit, and FaZe Clan. So with the roster rumored to look like this, Boomich, Axile, Heavy God, Icy, and Inters would hit the scene soon if it happened. So what's my thoughts overall on it? This is bullshit. This is not even close to being good. C9 have taken a legit top 10 team, and though I've gotten younger, you've ticked off the community and gotten far worse in the process. Looking into free agency right now, Hooksy and Katie are both available for the IGL role. If either came into the picture, you would have Boomich back to rifling while looking into your other 2 players. By the way, props to Aussie NY. Go check him out on Twitter. Immediately thinking of Boros from the benching of Falcons. The talent would be there, but under the caveat that he fixes his attitude. And if that happens and it returns to a 2023 Monte version, that's a very good rifler right there. However, I can see this not happening as well. So let's take a step back. Another name that springs to mind, Wrinkle. The Ukrainian opera has been doing some crazy things for NIP this year and has a 111 rating under his belt, a .63 DPR, and a 116 impact to go with it. Being 19 years young as well, I can imagine NIP wouldn't want to let him go as his potential is sky freaking high. That said, this would bring so much life back to C9 in my eyes. So picking up Hooksy and Wrinkle leaves down to one more player. Who? Though a risky pick, I say NPL out of Bait, who is having an incredible year. A 120 rating with a 132 impact, topping that with an 83.4 ADR, this 18-year-old Ukrainian has been putting up some clinics in the CS servers. However, the risk is the same as Heavy. Little to no experience facing top 10 teams this year. So while he's been impressing, more and more teams should be looking into him. I think he's a young up-and-comer like Head Trick on the same team Bait. Putting the name on the map, though still not tier 1, these are options I'd consider if I was C9. Hooksy, Wrinkle, NPL to balance the roster with Axile and Boomich. I personally believe it would be better than what C9's rumored team is looking like. Again, this is my personal opinion, and there's a reason that I'm not a general manager. So please take this with a grain of salt. But at the end of the day, C9 are still stuck with just 2 players. And with the player break winding down, they're firmly against the clock now. They have to prove that they aren't Cloud9 anymore. Otherwise, Team Liquid, I'm gonna need the crown of what am I doing with myself? Cloud9, you've been warned. Hoping y'all enjoyed. Comment down below your thoughts on C9's rumored roster. Is it good? Is it bad? Should C9 go after NPL Hooksy and Wrinkle? Comment down below your thoughts. And thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. It's free and it helps out the channel an absolute ton. And if you want to see more, check out the video on your left. I'll catch you on the next one. Have an epic day. I'm out. Peace.